Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. There isn't too much going on today here. We are sliding down a little bit, but there is zero indication that Bitcoin has topped yet. That we have put a substantial top in place. A local low surely, but we talked about that. This is currently probably still going higher, at least that is my current assumption. I will of course change my view if we have the first sign that a more substantial top is in place in this short-term trend to the upside. It's a very weak trend, I have to add that, because overall, I mean, if you zoom out a little bit, and I always encourage people to zoom out from time to time, because if you zoom out, you can see we are basically exactly at the same price point that we were around 2 months ago. So we have been moving in this larger range. There is really nothing indicating that the overall trend has shifted to the upside. We are still in the broader range. In the very short term, we are of course in an uptrend here, but again, it's a very weak uptrend. The overall target would be 17.1k. That is the 1-to-1 ratio between waves A and C. I would always be a bit careful with that when you're looking at cryptocurrencies. A lot of people expect it to be reached by the dollar. This is not always the case because we have different exchanges and so on. It's a highly volatile market, but sort of as a guideline, the 17.1k level is the first target for Bitcoin in this short-term uptrend. Next target would be 17.3 and then 17.6k. Even though with a weak trend here, I'm not too confident we're going to get there. But if we get there, then we also have a chance to put something more bullish in place. That would depend on how we are going to retrace and then, if we hold support, because we have two larger scenarios here. We have either the larger ABC, and in this larger green count, we can certainly reach the 19 to 20k area. This would mean that in the C wave, we've had a wave 1 here, a wave 2. We are moving up in a wave 3. There will be a 4 and a 5. However, looking at the chart here, I don't really believe this anymore because we need to look at the micro counts here, and this is a very weak uptrend. It is really weak. It's not really suggesting that we are in a third wave at all. So unless this C wave develops as an ending diagonal, but that would be a massive one, and yeah, it's far-fetched. So at the moment, looking at this blue count where we would break down after the wave 2 has topped, this is the other count where we've completed a higher degree wave 4 here and not here. And in this count, we've created an impulse down off the highs. We came down to a low of 16,280 roughly. We're now putting in this ABC pattern, which worked out. We've been talking about that now for various weeks. Very, very boring range. Next, we would move down in a third wave. There would be a fourth and a fifth. So there is strong downside potential at any moment. But at the moment, in the immediate short term here, there is no indication this has topped. That's also what I would like to focus a little bit in the remaining parts of this video. Because what is it that we need? What is it that we need as evidence that we have topped already in this short-term uptrend? Well, let's just draw the fibs more accurately. It is currently expected that we still move higher. I consider this to be a fourth wave. First key support would be at 16,850. Breaking below that level will be a first indication we have topped. And it will get much more likely if we drop below 16,745, because that's the 78.6% retrace. Also by that time, we will have dropped below this ascending trend line. But really in the micro here, the very first signal would be if we move below this low, but that's not enough. This would be the first signal going below 16,890 or 880, let's say 880, but that's not enough because this could just be an A, B, C, and then in a C wave you would expect to go below it. But if we go below that level and then have a corrective pullback, so that means, this could be a 1 in the bearish interpretation, a 1, a 2, but this is not really looking like a 3. But if it was a 3, a 4, a 5, and then a corrective pullback in an ABC, making a lower high, maybe not even getting above the previous high, that would be a strong indication and a possible short trigger for a short trade. Especially if you then see the first small 1, 2 and then fire. But until that's the case, there is currently no and zero evidence that this has topped. So I currently have to expect we still go higher. That would be the preferred option. And again, 17.1 and 17.3K would be the next targets. And that's my update. There is not much more to update here. Not too much going on. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.